The housing market is shifting across the country. If your neighborhood hasn't been affected yet, the signs and signals are it's coming. The market's changing from red hot, where you could pretty much sell a tent for top dollar, to now with no one showing up for open houses, few multiple offers, and more price drops and price adjustments than I've seen in years. It's amazing how fast things changed. Redfin, a company who does a great job with data and reporting, is advising sellers to list sooner rather than later, because if you don't, you could be losing money. If you're a seller and you want to get the most money for your house, here's what to do, and as Redfin says, as quickly as possible. On the flip side, if you're a buyer and not in a hurry, I've got a special message for you at the end of this video. Timing is critical if you want to get the most money for the sale of your home. As Redfin economist Daryl Fairweather says, the days of the housing frenzy are over. In fact, you should expect to get a bit less than your neighbor did last month. And next month, you'll get less than you could this month. Remember, just don't list before the holidays, because buyers are busy doing other things and you won't get the same splash. Here's what Redfin is saying. Sell now for more or sell later for less. This is huge. Until recently, you could list a house, do zero repairs, and get well over asking price. Now, sellers need to employ a pricing strategy to get top dollar, just like the good old days. I've been in real estate for almost 17 years now, and this market makes way more sense to me. The golden rule in selling a house in a somewhat normal market is to have the best house at the best price. You'll get the most buyer attention, then you'll sell fast and for top dollar. The single best way to describe this rule is to make your home the obvious choice for buyers in your market. That always cleared things up for my sellers. Also, remember that in a more competitive market, access is super important. If someone wants to see your place, even if it's short notice, let them. Not so long ago, buyers were herded like cattle on a specific day and time. Not anymore. Don't decline showings. They're going to buy someone's house. It might as well be yours. Let's talk about price drops. It is best to avoid them if at all possible, but in a changing market, it may be needed. So how do you know when a price drop is warranted? If you list your home and you get no showings or very few, your price is way too high. If you list and get some showings but no offer, the price is just a bit too high. Recently, you could wait it out and the market would rise to meet your price, but those days, they're gone now. Like it or not, prices are declining, and a price drop has to meet that instead. To confirm a pricing problem, check to see the days on market needed to sell in your neighborhood. And if you're above that number and all things being equal, like size and quality, that's a strong sign it's time to make an adjustment. Rule number 1 of the golden rule of selling a house is to have the best house on the market. And here's what that means. When buyers are deciding which house to offer on, they compare beds and baths, size, and how move-in ready the home is for the price. Fresh paint, clean or new carpet, minor repairs done, decent appliances, solid roof, and HVAC service, they're all massive pluses. Curb appeal is critical. Mulch, exterior paint, clean driveway with flowers in the flower beds sets a perfect tone. The one word that describes how your home should appear when they drive up is inviting. Make the outside so nice they can't resist going inside. I'm telling you now, that is half the battle right there. This may be tough to hear, but all the stories about getting way over ask and selling in 20 minutes is mostly in the past. I'm just going to say it. Sell now while selling is still reasonably good. And something else you may have to accept is negotiating with the buyer to get under contract. Sellers just don't have the same power they did a few months ago. You may not get your full asking price, and buyers are now asking for concessions again. The buyers may ask for title expenses or even some closing costs. What? How dare you? The bottom line is, do you negotiate a deal and move on, or do you kill the deal and gamble another better buyer will come along? I've sold hundreds of houses, and in my experience over the years, when a seller does kill the deal and waits for the next buyer to step up, the actual financial benefit is either minimal or it's eaten up by the holding costs of more mortgage payments. I'll say it again. If you have the best house for the best price, you'll get the most buyer attention and sell faster for top dollar. Pretty simple, really. Here's my thoughts for buyers. The message that Redfin and the market are screaming for you is loud and it's clear. The same house later in the year could cost less. How much? No one knows, but less is less. If you like this video, tell a friend, give it a like to help me spread the word, and subscribe so you know when the next one drops. Thanks for watching. Talk to you soon.